Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Baze Malbus 6-inch action figure. As with Chirrut, I am quite happy that Hasbro has given us more of the core group of rebels from Rogue One. We still need Bodhi Rook though, so I'm really hoping and pulling for him because I don't feel like the team is complete without Bodhi. But in any case, as you can see here, the packaging is the same as we've seen before. Pretty nice image on the bottom of the character. This is number 37 in the rebooted line since 2015. Opposite side just has his name, basically. And at the back, same format you've seen before. Gives you the number, an image there of the character, and a little bit of a description. The harsh reality of his Imperial-occupied homeworld has hardened Baze Malbus into a pragmatic soldier and a crack shot with his heavy repeater cannon. His bravado provides a contrast to the spiritual centeredness of his friend Chirrut Imwe. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to get this guy unboxed and see what he's like. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work. Alright you guys, now here is the figure out of the packaging, and I gotta say overall Baze Malbus looks really good. He's got a very nice likeness for Black Series especially, because human figures are kind of all over the place. A lot of the time the sculpts are really great, but the paint kind of ruins the aesthetic. In this case this looks really good. I think the proportions look very nice. The costume also looks very nice. It's got very nice paintwork done to it. Plenty of articulation, a very cool accessory. I haven't seen these at retail yet, but I have heard that they are now barely starting to hit. So if you want to get Baze, be sure and keep an eye out. Give you a close-up here of the figure, and once again, he has a very nice likeness. Chirrut was also very good, but I think Baze is probably even better. Not to mention the fact that the paint on Baze is quite a bit better than it was on my Chirrut figure. If you watch that video, he had some pretty major flaws on the face. This is a lot better, and it just looks good. The eyes are very clean. The goatee is very clean. It's not like the Captain Cassian Andor figure that had like the goatee all over his face and stuff. It just didn't look good. This looks really good. Now the skin tone is a little bit pale, but it is nice to see that it's not just like a waxy looking shiny skin tone color. I mean, it is a little bit dark, but I do feel that it's still a little bit on the pale side. The hair looks good. It's sculpted very nicely. Very nice profile. I mean, looking at the figure like this, I think he looks awesome. And this was a really cool character in the film. So I was really excited to get the figure. But yeah, the hair looks good. It is sculpted very nicely. He does have like a ponytail back there. And these smaller, like pigtails, I guess we'll call him right here. And I don't know where I saw it, but someone said he looks like the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. And he kind of does, gotta admit. Costume looks really good. I really am a fan of this very nice glossy red. I think it looks great. Some armor there on that one shoulder. And a hole right there for his accessory, which we'll get into in just a bit. This looks really good. The jumpsuit has a nice wash to it, just kind of bring out some more of that detail. And that it looks good. You can see his belt right there with also has a little hole in it. And pouch, more armor down here. And his boots look good. Peg holes on bottom. In the way of articulation, he does have a ball joint up here. Now, it does turn side to side pretty well, but you're not really going to get any up or down movement from it. Not any tilt either. It's just a swivel for all intents and purposes. Here at the shoulders, you do get your ball joints. They're a little tight, but they move pretty well. Here at both of the elbows, you also get ball joints. You can rotate them, bend them. Here at both of the wrists, you get bends and swivels. This one goes forward and back. The other one goes up and down. Here at the torso, you do get a ball joint. It's a very tight ball joint, so you're not going to really get any up or down movement. It's just going to be a swivel, basically. Ball joints at both of the hips. Now, you don't get a whole lot of movement from these. As far as going forward, they don't go forward that much. That's about all you're going to get. And trying to do a split with them, it's really hard. I mean, because he's got these pouches here, so you're not really going to get anything there, which is too bad. But hey, it works. It's got swivels here at both of the thighs, double bends at both of the knees, and here at both of the ankles. He's got rocker swivels, and you can bend those up and down. So nicely articulated. I do want to mention that the legs are a little bit loose feeling, like up here at the hips. So it does make standing him up and posing him a little bit difficult. I mean, it can be done, obviously, but these are just a little bit too loose, especially this left one right here. And that contrasts from the arms, which are very tight on there. Now, as far as the accessories go, you can see that we have his very awesome weapon from the film, and it does come in multiple pieces. So I'll get that assembled real quick. And here he is, fully loaded, looking something like an exterminator maybe, or a Ghostbuster. Yeah, kind of like an exterminator. This is great though. So you have a few different pieces. You have that little one piece that goes there. You can kind of see it right there on his belt. It just plugs in. I don't really know what it is, but it just plugs in there. Then you have this canister that kind of looks like a vacuum cleaner, and that goes into his back. Then you have this piece right here, I guess that connects there to his gun. And I like how it connects here. It seems to stay in place pretty well, but right here at the rifle, it doesn't stay in all that much. It comes out very easily. It's actually really hard to get it in, and maybe that's why it's falling out, because it's not able to go all the way in on this figure. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. You know, you could pose him in some pretty nice poses with this really awesome weapon, and I really like how this worked in the film. It was like unlike anything we had ever seen in a Star Wars movie as far as those weapons go, so I thought it was pretty awesome. Here's a look at both of these great characters right next to each other, and they look great. Sure, it's a little bit shorter than Baze, which I think is film accurate, but it's really nice to have these two brothers in arms with each other. I mean, I really like these characters, and seeing them together in 6-inch figure form makes me pretty happy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series number 37 Baze Malbus 6-inch figure. Overall, you guys, I think it's a very nicely done figure. I think from an aesthetic standpoint, it looks great. The likeness is very, very good. One of Hasbro's better human likenesses for sure. Even though the skin is a little bit on the pale side, it still looks pretty decent. Costume looks great. Nice paintwork on that. I really like all the red elements. Very nice and vibrant. Articulation for the most part is good. Not a whole lot of movement at the head. And again, those hips are pretty loose, which does bother me a little bit. And the accessory is especially nice. I just wish that it stayed in better, where the hose attaches to the rifle. But other than that, it's a solid figure. It's nice to have these guys in the collection. And again, just pulling for Bodhi Rooks. That way we can finish our core group of rebels from Rogue One. Alright my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If so, do give us a like, do subscribe, let me know your own thoughts down below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Victoria's Cantina. Until next time my friends, bye bye.